Hello, friends. This is Patty Bennett. How are you today? I'm really excited about today's live because we're talking about one of my most favorite things, and that is color, Stampin' Up! Color, and rainbow order. You can see my cardstock behind me there in rainbow order. We're going to be talking about that today, how I organize my cardstock, my ink pads, my Stampin' Blends, my blending brushes, like everything. And I will take your questions. I have some free downloads for you. And we are just going to be talking about all things new colors, in colors, Stampin' Up! Colors, all the things. So if you are watching live, then today is, what is today? April 12th, Friday, April 12th, 11 a.m. Pacific time. And you will see a live red button up in the corner, and that will let you know that we're live on Facebook. But you might be watching the replay on my blog, you might be watching on my YouTube channel or my Facebook page later. If you are, skip ahead a minute because we are just going to let everybody find the live feed for a couple of minutes and then we will get started. So if you're joining live, welcome. Please say hi. Let me see. I did see a few people jumping on and saying hello. Hi, Susan. Hi, Marcy. Welcome. I am so happy that you are all here with me today. We are talking all things rainbow order today. Roy G. Biv. Anybody else remember that from school days? Hey, Lynn. Hey, Lynn, I think I might have sent you a message. We did not get your registration for our May event if you were still thinking about joining. I think it was you that commented on our live on Tuesday. Hey, Jane and Michelle, Rosie, Jamie, Tammy, hello. Yes, happy Friday, everybody. So glad you're here. Hi, Shan. Oh, 70 degrees in Utah. Lovely. We've had some 70s here this week as well. Cooling off a little, though. But we are headed into some rain tomorrow. That's good, though, because I like it when we have alternating rain and sun because then my garden likes it and I don't have to water. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lynn. Yes, it was you. I thought I remembered that. So yeah, the deadline to register and pay is tomorrow for that March event. And if you are thinking about doing it, just make sure that you do it soon so that Tammy can get the invoice to you. All right. Hi, Shella. Hello, Johanna. Hey, Lisa. Good morning, everybody. I think we're at the top of the hour, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So, official welcome. Welcome, everybody. This is Patty Bennett. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Been a demonstrator for almost 29 years, so you can imagine lots of changes in the colors over the years. I remember when I started, we didn't even have Stampin' Up! Colors. We had ink pads from other companies. So we've been through lots of changes over the years. Stampin' Up! Has been around for 36 years. Lots of good changes over the years. So we currently have 50 colors, actually now 51, because they added Basic Beige, which we're going to be talking about next Friday. So on the 19th, if you want to hear some tips for Basic Beige, which I kind of just, I don't know, I was like, beige? Is that really a color? Anyway, we're going to be talking about Basic Beige next Friday, okay? But anyway, back to my colors. So we do have 51 colors now. Not sure how that fits into all of our holders where everybody has an equal number of 50 slots, but I guess everybody will make it work. And of those 51 colors, 40 colors are our core colors that stay around. Let's see, in our current catalog, you can see them all in this one page and then more colors over here. So we have 40 colors and then we have what we call in colors. And since I just had a question this morning, I just thought I would briefly go over this. We have a lot of new demonstrators joining us from the Close to My Heart family. We've had dozens of them joining our team this week and last week. And the question came up, could you please explain in colors? And I thought this is a great opportunity to slip this in here while we're talking about color. So Stampin' Up, in addition to the core colors and the 4 color families, brights, regals, subtles, and neutrals, we have what we call in colors. So 5 new colors come in every year and 5 colors leave every year, but they overlap because every set of 5 lasts for 2 years. So I just pulled out, just so you could get a quick reference, and I've been talking about these new colors on my blog for a couple weeks, but we do have these 5 new colors that are just coming in. They will be officially starting May 1st, and they'll be around for 2 years. So we have the Summer Splash, the Shy Shamrock, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, which is actually, if you've been around a while, it's a returning color, and Peach Pie. So those are coming in. They're new. They'll stay around for 2 years. The 5 colors that are leaving, I have to say, have been my 5 favorites in a long, long time, and I'm very, very sad, but we just adapt and learn to move on. So Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, and sorry, this is hard to, there we go, and Sweet Sorbet. Those are leaving. So some of them, I think, I should have looked. I think the Parakeet Party re-inker is sold out. I think some items might be sold out already. But we have typically we will have the ink pads, the cardstock, the re-inker, the blends, and the ink pad. So those would be the products, and then some designer paper in those colors. So those 5 are leaving. These 5 are coming in. So each year when I revamp my rainbow order, I take out the 5 that are leaving and I fit in the 5 that are new and coming in. The last couple years, Stampin' Up, oh, I think it was in the beginning, has given us kind of a clue on rainbow order. Well, where is it in this current catalog? Hang on. Okay, maybe it wasn't in the current one. Maybe it was a year ago. Okay, anyway, they've given us some clues, and I'll share one with you in a minute, of how to arrange our colors if you want to do a complete rainbow order. And one of the things that just sort of blew my mind a few years ago when we did a color revamp was when they put Night of Navy, Mossy Meadow, and Misty Moonlight and Blackberry Bliss into the neutrals. Up until then, excuse me, up until then, I had always kept my colors in color families, the Stampin' Up color families that we're all used to. But when they moved those colors, to me they're colors, into the neutrals, I said, nope, I can't do this. My brain just won't work like this. So that's when I switched to rainbow order. So it's been what, I don't know, 4-ish years. I don't remember exactly what year I switched. But I started by rearranging my cardstock, and I loved it. And I'll tell you why. When I'm creating, I like to look, for instance, at all the blues at once, or all the reds at once, or all the greens, whatever. I like to look at them all together instead of, okay, well, we have these 3 in the brights and we have these 2 in, whatever. So I found that for creating and just for my happiness, it just makes me happy. I like to see the rainbow order. So I switched my cardstock into rainbow order and I loved it. So I switched my ink pads, switched my blends, arranged my blending brushes, all the things. I put them all into rainbow order and I loved them, and I've loved them ever since. But let me say, if that's not for you, you don't need to do it. The fun part is you can try it, you can arrange it, and if you like it, you can keep it. If after a week or so you're like, nope, 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 I need the color families, you can move them back, right? They're not glued in. You can do it however you want. So that is the fun thing about switching around your craft room and your supplies. You can always move it back. You can change it, whatever. So like I mentioned, I took out the outgoing 5 in colors and I had to fit in the 5 new in colors. But what I did to make it super easy, you've probably seen demonstrators showing this recently. This is a color wheel that we received from Stampin' Up! In Houston. Well, I went to Houston. Other people were in other parts of the world. But I went to Onstage in Houston, and this was a gift to us from Stampin' Up! And I'm not going to talk about the actual color theory and the wheel and everything today. I'm just showing you that this order is rainbow order. So all I did was I started right here at Cherry Cobbler, and that's right there at the top. And I just went right through the wheel, and I just went right through the colors. So my reds, oranges, yellows, greens, and then my blues and my purples. So the neutral, this is what I consider neutral. Okay. For me, in my brain, the greens and the blues that we just talked about that they put into the neutral selection, those aren't neutral to me. This to me is the neutrals. So those are right here. I have my white and vanilla and my window sheets, and I'm keeping my vellum. It's there. I have that in the top, and then I have those neutrals here. Now I want to tell you the only thing that I switched is wild wheat. In my brain, it doesn't fit in this. It doesn't fit anywhere in this circle in my brain. To me, it should be over here. So the only change I made from this wheel is I took wild wheat. It was supposed to go right there. I took it out, and it's in this stack over here with my neutrals. So that's just a tip. If you're like, yeah, I don't know, that wheat, it just sort of sticks out. In my mind, it does. You can move it. You can move anything you want, but I'm just telling you that that's what I did. Now, I just saw somebody, Lori said, I wish they would make the color wheel available. I do too. You definitely want to contact demonstrator support and just suggest, I would love to see the color wheel for sale. Now, I can't open this new catalog, but I can tell you that it's on page 132. So if you are looking for this order, it's on page 132. You can get that order. It's just not the actual movable wheel with this part that turns. So that's one way you can get that list of colors. Now there's 2 more ways you can get this list of colors. Today on my blog, I blog at pattystamps.com, P-A-T-T-Y, stamps.com. I have a free download for you, and it looks like this. I typed up all the colors. It's the exact order that we just talked about. So you can get that order on my blog if you want to download this. What this actually is it's a file you can download and print on this Avery sheet. It's the one that has 80 sheets 80 labels per sheet. And then I'm going to show you a few things that I do with these labels. But you can get this order if you don't have a catalog yet. If you want to get started, you can download that for free today. I do want to point out that I added an extra set of in colors over here because we don't have 80 colors. I also put the 6x6 stacks over here of the DSP, and then I added like the thick basic white, the window sheets, the gold and silver foil, just to kind of use up some of the 80 labels. So if you're looking at that and going, well, wait, hang on, wait, what is this? Why are there weird colors over here? That's what it is that there's 10 in colors and then there's some extra labels. Okay, so that's one way that you can get the rainbow order. You can also find it page 132 in the catalog. And then tomorrow, now, if you're a demonstrator, you already have this, but if you're a customer and you would like the new color coach, this download will be for free on my blog tomorrow. Now, if you're a demonstrator, you already have this. It's in the print lab. It's in on the catalog details page. You can already download this, but I want to show you how this works. I think it's a fabulous resource. If you just kind of block out everything except that right there. So just look at this for a minute. You'll see at the top it says Cherry Cobbler, and these 3 circles are Cherry Cobbler. And it gives you 3 different ideas for using Cherry Cobbler and other colors together. But the kind of magical part is when you print this out, if you go this way, Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Poppy Parade, Melon Mambo, Pretty in Pink, Flirty Flamingo, and then it's multiple pages, so there's lots of pages to this. That is the rainbow order as well. So that's another way you can kind of double check on rainbow order, right? So this download will be on my blog tomorrow. This one is already there today. So that is 3 different ways that you can actually get the rainbow order. So I will have a picture of that on my blog tomorrow, as well as I have this picture that has my ink pads and my blends. That will be on my blog tomorrow. What I didn't type is all the names because you've got them. You've got 3 resources here to get all those names. So I just didn't take the time to retype it right next to each one. So speaking of the ink pads, they're in front of me right here. Like, I think I can I don't want to make you too dizzy, but see, they're right there. So since you can't really see them in this video, I took a picture and I printed it out just so you can see. My ink pad holder is from Stampin' Storage, as are these. The links are on my blog today if you're looking for storage solutions. But this particular holder is 10 slots tall, 5 columns wide, so holds 50 pads. And I did the same order, so the reds into the pinks, into the oranges, well, kind of pinks. We'll talk about that in a minute. Oranges, yellows, greens, blues, purples, and then I have some of those neutrals. But since it's just the way it worked out, down here I had to put the pecan pie, and I know it doesn't really go right there, but there just wasn't a way to nicely visually otherwise arrange it. If you have a different holder, yours will be a little bit different. But I just wanted to show you that and kind of give you a heads up onto if you're looking at mine going, pecan pie is in a really weird spot. That's why. So we talked about the cardstock, the ink, my blends are on top. You saw that. So it's kind of the same blends are on top of the same stack. These are Stampin' Up holders, blend holders. And then I wanted to tell you, so what do I use these for? So I wanted to show you what I use these labels for. What you can't really see right there is if you were to kind of stand up and look down, do you see there are these dividers with the color names? So this is also a product that Stampin' Storage sells. And if you have oversized cardboard, you could always make your own. But I like this because it's longer than the 8.5 by 11 and it sticks out. You can see, right, that those dividers stick out. And then I just put one of those stickers on each one so that if I'm glancing at it and maybe when colors are new, I'm not positive, I'm like, wow, is that Bubble Bath or Freesia? Because they look really close, or something like that. Or maybe Lemon Lolly and Daffodil or something. Then I can see the name. But for the most part, I know where the colors are and I can grab the right color. But that's just sort of a double check. So that's one way that I use those labels. The other thing that you might find helpful is if you keep scraps in any kind of a pocket or an envelope or a cello bag or whatever, maybe you want to use those labels to label your extra little packets, and you could always just slip it in and keep it in there. You could also put those stickers on your blends. If you're like me, those little words are really tiny. And even with contacts and reading glasses, those words are tiny. So putting them on the blend is not a bad idea. You would want to print it out twice. And of course, one would be light and one would be dark. But I think, you can kind of see by the cap which one is light and dark. So anyway, that's another use that you might want to use it for. I also put them on, let me grab one, on my blending brushes on the back side of the handle. I didn't want all those labels showing, so it's on the back of the handle. So if you label those, if you label your sponge daubers, I haven't shown this in a while. Let me grab it. Hang on. I have my sponge daubers also in rainbow order, and they have the label on them as well. There's a little, color dot down there. This is a lipstick holder from Amazon. Kind of handy dandy for daubers. So different ways you might want to use these. Maybe you do a hanging file system that you want to label. Whatever you use is great, but you're welcome to download that file. So just wanted to give you a heads up for all of you who have been asking for rainbow order that's how I did it this year. The resources are available, some of them on my blog today. The rest of it will be on my blog tomorrow with this replay. And you are welcome to print those out, to save the file, whatever you need to do. And if you end up doing the rainbow order, I'd be interested to hear what you do with wild wheat. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I just can't with that wild wheat. Pam, it's all on my blog today. The Avery file. It's number 5167. It's all on my blog today. You'll see that. So let me just scroll back. I saw tons of comments flying by. Oh yes, mini clips on my ribbon. Yep, I love mini clips on my ribbon. That is such a great way to keep them from unraveling all over. Welcome, Sarah. I'm glad you're joining live. Thank you. Oh, Stacy, thank you. I had not looked. All 5 re-inkers for the retiring colors are sold out. I had not looked at that. Do you want to hear a funny story about re-inkers? Some of you may have heard this story. The first year that Stampin' Up released in colors, it was pretty new. Not everybody was kind of on board with it. Not everybody embraced it. Not everybody bought them. But by the end of the 2 years, they had kind of gained some popularity. People were using them a little more, but people didn't really grasp that they were going away. And at that time, I didn't do mystery boxes yet for my retired products. I just sold retired products on eBay. And I put my 5 retired re-inkers, retired, the 5 colors that were leaving. I put those on eBay after they had retired. They sold for $99. I am not kidding you. Everybody all of a sudden realized, oh my gosh, we can't get this anymore. And they all panicked. And re-inkers that year, years ago, whenever that first year was, went for a fortune. And I was just like, whoa. I mean, I would have been happy to get $10 for it. So every year I start reminding my viewers and my customers to stock up on those in colors because they will sell out. And thank you to, Stacy, thank you for letting us know. They are gone. So, yep. Oh, good. Oh, so this is interesting. Linda says she likes her ink pads in rainbow order, but cardstock by color family. See, and whatever works is fabulous, right? Oh, Pam is asking how many slots are in my cardstock storage. I think it's 12 in each one, but they're removable. So I think only the center one is glued in by the company, by Stampin' Storage. So you could rearrange that. And maybe you have favorite colors and you want a bigger stack of one color, you can rearrange that. But I think there's 12 in each one. So I think I have 48 there plus 12 plus 12. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Tammy. That must be, yeah, that's my blog post today. Thank you for posting that. Yeah, Lisa, the color coach has been in rainbow order for a few years now. We noticed that last year and the year before. Yep, it's been a great resource. Trying to think of that word. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I'm so glad you're finding it all helpful. Oh, good. And Lori has sorted her paper and ink that way as well. Welcome, Donna. So glad you're joining first time. Thank you. Good, Jana. I'm glad you're inspired. Let's see, were there any other questions? Thank you, Tammy, for posting the link. No problem, Lisa. We're just ending. You're welcome to watch the replay. Yes, Linda, wild wheat works great with gold. Yep. Denise says, I can't seem to get on board with wild wheat. I know. What is it? I don't know. It's a wonderful fall color. It just in my brain, in my color brain, doesn't fit right there where they have it. I don't know. Yep, I agree, Karen. I think they should have put wild wheat in the neutrals. I totally agree. Yes, Shan, I posted that earlier this week. I put the dots on my re-inkers, which are in a drawer right there. And I also put them, I don't know if maybe you didn't see that post, but I posted that earlier this week. And I also put a dot on my in color pads because once they're in rainbow order, I don't always know which ones are in colors, and I may want to know that. Let's see. Yes, Stephanie, I actually do that as well. She said one of her customers buys 2 ink refills every time. I do that as well because not only do I re-ink my pads very frequently, but I also like to do techniques like watercolor or other techniques that use a re-inker, and you can use them up pretty quickly. So I always like to have doubles as well. That's a great tip. Yeah, Lisa, Stampin' Storage has tons of options for paper, for ink. My my brush holder is from Stampin' Storage. They have so many options for so many different things. I have them linked on my blog post today. Thank you, Shannon. I am glad you're enjoying the tips. Let's see. Wild wheat and bubble bath? Hang on. I gotta look. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it. I think one of the new papers might have that combo. Oh, I hope you didn't see that. I'm not allowed to open this. I was trying to find that page. Let me just look a second. Yes. So, oh, I hope you can't see that. The new paper called Wildflower Designs, or what? Sorry. What? Yeah, Wildly Flowering. It has this combo. So that's a great tip. Thank you. And Pool Party. Okay, I love that. There are 2 English versions on the back. There are. That's wonderful. I love that idea. So, oh, good. You couldn't see? Okay, good. Oh, that scared me for a second because I was opening the catalog. So speaking of the catalog, before I get to the rest of the questions, let me just tell you real quickly. The new Stampin' Up! Catalog I am mailing next week to all of my current customers, those of you who regularly order with me. If you don't and you need a demonstrator and you would like to order with me, you can use the catalog request button on my blog at pattystamps.com. I love to tab my catalog. You've seen me do this for several years now. I do a video every year when the catalog is new about how I organize my tabs. On May 1st, when we can open this catalog on video, I will be doing a walkthrough of the catalog, how I used my tab. Oh, I almost opened it. I better put it down. How I tabbed them. I know you'll ask. I got those cute little, hang on, where did they go? Here they are. Somewhere I found these on sale. They're by Post-it. They were in this little 3-pack, really cute little tabs. That's what I used this year with my Sharpie, and I made my tabs. I'll be going through that on May 1st. So if you are interested in seeing how I organized my new catalog and why I do those, what I used for different categories, I will be doing that on May 1st. Hi, Cindy and San Leandro. Welcome. Let's see. Yes. Yes. Oh, the DSP from Celebration did that? I did not notice. Thank you, Lori. Let's see. Ah, Sandy wasn't able to get Evening Evergreen. That was a couple years ago, right? When that retired. Let's see. I can't. Oh, Patricia can't wait for the tab video. The tab video. That's fun, right? Louise says, I love how nervous you are about accidentally opening it. Well, seriously, I don't want compliance calling me and saying, you have to take that video down because you showed the inside. And honestly, I have no clue why we can't show the inside. We can show all the products. We can show the actual stamp sets. We can show the embossing folders. We can show the dies. We can show everything except the inside of the catalog. And I don't know why. Beats me. But anyway. Shannon says, where do you take it to spiral bind it? So yeah, you probably noticed that for many years I have spiral bound my catalog. I just take it to Staples or to FedEx Kinko's, but any type of a printing like Office Max, Office Depot, those places usually always do it. But Tammy and I were just talking on Tuesday, this catalog being thinner and smaller. And now I can't open it, but I'll tell you, when you open it and lay it flat, it seems to lay flat pretty well. And so we were actually debating whether or not we're going to get ours spiral bound this year. I'll probably take one and get it spiral bound and see how I like it, but it almost doesn't seem like it needs it this year. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not. Pat says, you're my organization guru. Thank you so much, Pat. That's sweet. Yes, Karen, all of my videos are all available on replay. 3 places. You can always watch the replay on Facebook, my business page. You can always watch it the next day on my blog. All of them are on my YouTube channel. So you can just search for Patty Bennett or Patty Stamps anywhere and you will find me on those places. My blog, YouTube, and Facebook. So you can always find every replay for the last, well, since 2008, since I've been doing videos. They're all there. Yes. Mary. So we're going to go over that on May 1st. She's asking if the dies are no longer listed in one area. They are in the index altogether, but they are not pictured together. We'll go over that on the 1st. Yeah. Hi, Florence. Yes, Chan, you probably did see that tip from me because I posted that on, I don't know, Tuesday-ish or so. Yes. Okay, so Verna, is asking, how are we going to put the category tabs because the catalog is so mixed up? It appears that way at first, but once I put these tabs on, the whole thing actually just gelled and it totally made sense. So I hope if you're able to watch my May 1st video, you will feel the same way. You'll be like, oh, now I get it. And it does actually make sense. But at first glance, this new catalog is laid out very different and it does seem very jumbled, but I hope that my video will really help you because putting these tabs on is all it took. And then I was like, oh, I get it. It's not that hard anymore. Let's see. Yeah, I do love it spiral bound. I don't know. Maybe I'll take one and see. Oh, thank you, Marcy. Yeah. Dies are in the index, but not by image. Yes, but I have a solution, and I will be posting that on the 2nd. So I'm going to need a day to do it, but I will post a solution for you on the 2nd, on May 2nd. Okay, Verna, I do hope it helps you, because yes, it is frustrating, but I think once you see it, I think you'll be like, oh, I get it. I get it. It's not that bad. So, anyway, back to the rainbow order. I'm just looking around to make sure, did I get everything that I wanted to tell you about? So the label file, free download. The color coach is by Rainbow Order. That will be on my blog tomorrow. Ways that you can use the labels. We went over that. What else is here? Page 132 in here, you will also find Rainbow Order. So 3 places that you can find Rainbow Order. So I think that's what I had for you. And next week we'll be talking about the 51st color. Why Stampin' Up? Why 51? Why? Anyway, basic beige. We'll be talking about that. I have a couple of great ideas for you. I'm so excited to show you those. I think you're going to love it. Just a little tease. And yeah, 5 outgoing colors, 5 incoming colors. So I think that's what I had to share with you today. Do you have any questions about the Rainbow Order? Thank you, Susie. She loves the catalog, different and refreshing. Florence, good. I'm glad it's going to be helpful. I'll do my best to be very helpful. Good. Louise says good but different. Yes. Dana says, now that you have your new rainbow, what color combination is jumping out at you or inspiring you? You know what? I have to say, I've been designing for the upcoming class that Tammy and I are doing in May. And we've been concentrating on these new in colors. And I just have to tell you, almost any combination of these new in colors is amazing. So I've been really concentrating on those and pairing these in different ways. Like the one that I was just working on today was this. Now this Summer Splash and Petunia Pop is not a combination I would have thought that I would love, and I love it. And then, believe it or not, I popped in some of the Pretty in Pink, and that worked really well as well, especially because I added black. Black always seems to be like a really great addition. If you're a little bit unsure about a color combo, then it's like, wow, love that. I am loving the new Peach Pie because I was a huge fan of Mango Melody, and this is close. It's not exact, but it's a fairly good substitute. And so anything that you would have added with Mango Melody, you know, like Poppy Parade with Peach Pie, I mean, Patty colors extraordinaire right there. You can add Flamingo with that. This right here is like just one of my most favorite combinations. So I love it when I can kind of feel familiar with a color like that. So that was a great question. Thank you for asking that. Yes, the new in colors are amazing together. They are just amazing. Oh, my new DSP. Yes, or how I store DSP. It's right there. So I use the Stampin' Storage 12 by 12 cubes. Well, they're a little bigger than 12 by 12, so 12 by 12 paper fits. But these are all sized for 8.5 by 11. These are 12 by 12. And I have them in the, I'll show you. Sometimes, I tell you, my hands just don't work. They hurt from arthritis stuff. But I have them in these plastic folders from Stampin' Storage. I label them, and all of the new papers, or well, all of the DSPs are all in those 12 by 12 slots. And then right there, you can see this little cube. That's all the 6 by 6 paper. Let's see. Oh, Leonie loved Mango Melody as well. Yep. Yes, black is stunning with the new in colors, definitely. Let's see. How long do you keep your Memento ink pad? So Florence, I have like 5 or 6 Memento ink pads, and I just kind of rotate through them. So not one of them does not get used up. I re-ink them all the time. But I have several, and it's because of doing events, because I'll need to take several to an event. So I have several of them, and I just grab one. I don't use the same one over and over. But if you feel like yours is needing replacing, then it might be time to replace it. Let's see. Oh, hi, Terry. Thanks for joining. We're just ending. You can watch the replay. Is Pretty in Pink the same? Yes. Stampin' Up! Has confirmed that Pretty in Pink is the same shade. They did mention to me when I asked that if someone had kept Pretty in Pink from, I don't know what year it was a color. It's been a long time. If someone had kept it, the cardstock especially could be from a different paper mill than Stampin' Up! Currently uses. So if you're comparing an old pack and a new pack and you're thinking, I'm not sure, this doesn't look the same, that could be the reason. And also, you know, things fade depending on sunlight and whatnot. Things can fade. So if you're thinking like, oh, I don't know, they say it's the same, but I don't think it's the same, that's why, but it is the same as before. I didn't keep it because I don't keep retired products, so I didn't have it to compare to, but it is the same. Good question. Let's see. Could I share the link? Share the link for what, Johanna? Sorry, I must have missed a question. Lynn, the 6x6. Let me just grab this. Oh, it's heavy. It's just in a cube. And I have these dividers from Stampin' Storage, and they're labeled, you can see, with each of the color paper packs. And then, hang on, I need to make space. And then once I open, so like, you know, you have your sealed packet, but once I open it and start using a pack, then I have these, and I don't even know, these are so old. I just keep reusing them. This was actually like 7 by 10, and I cut it off. It's just a plastic, I don't know. I don't know what company or whatever, but that's just what I use. So I've cut it to about 7 by 7, and that's what I stick in here. And that's what I use to kind of store, you know, when you start cutting it up and like this, and you start getting all those extra little bits and pieces. So yeah, that's how I store it. Let's see. The cardstock. Hang on, I'm just checking the questions. The DSP, all of these things that I'm showing you, except for this thing that I don't remember where I got. Okay, everything else is Stampin' Storage. And I have links on my blog today. You can go to pattystamps.com and use one of the links. I am an affiliate for them. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but they do give me a small percentage if you order through my link. It's not necessary, but it's lovely if you want to. But by using my link, it'll get to their store, and you can click around. You can see all their cardstock storage, their ink storage, their folders, their dividers, all of those things you can get to on their store. This bin, I think, is the Stampin' Store. Oh no, this one's the Inner Design. I had this before. Stampin' Storage also sells one like this, but I had this before, and so I just have been using this. Inner Design is available on Amazon and places like TJ Maxx and stuff. Oh, Verna is saying she bought an uninked white pad to put the Memento ink on. So the uninked white pad is a very spongy pad, and Memento is a firm foam pad. So it's going to be a very different feel, and I do not know how the ink will take to the uninked white pad. I don't know how that will work. So I'm not sure about that. Thank you, Terry. She loves all of the organization methods. Don't you feel like organizing your craft room is half the fun, creating is the other half, and just organizing it and having it all pretty is the other half. I just love that. Anyway, let's see. Oh, okay. Stephanie says lots of people have done that and it works great. Okay. I would not have known. Thank you, Stephanie. So let's see. Did I miss how you do the little pieces of DSP? Oh, maybe you were typing when I said that. Yeah, just in these pockets. You are welcome, Gail. She says she loves my giggle. I'm glad. Thank you. Let's see. You are welcome, everybody. Yeah, out with the old, in with the new. Yep. I agree. Yeah, organizing is half the fun, definitely. Okay, so any other questions that I can help you with today? If not, I will let you go. I love hanging out with you face to face. It's fun. We don't always, well, I don't get to see your face, but you don't always get to see face to face. I think it's just fun. So I enjoy doing videos like this with you. Thank you, Denise. Do you have a file for the cardstock rainbow order? Yep, Marie, you can watch the replay. I went over all of that in the beginning and it's on my blog today. So yes. Yep, you are welcome to download that. Okay, you are welcome, everybody. Thank you again. I hope you have a great weekend. And if you have any questions, it's always best to use the Contact Me button on my blog. Sometimes when these videos get so many comments, I don't always catch all the questions. I mean, I know I encourage you to use #replay and ask questions, but sometimes it gets really hard to find all the questions. So on pattystamps.com, there's a Contact Me button. That is the absolute best way to ask me a question if you have questions for me. And that goes right into my email, and I check that multiple times a day. So that is your best bet if you have questions. But I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Have fun organizing, out with the old, in with the new. And again, if rainbow order is not for you, don't worry. Do what works for you. If you keep your retired colors, fabulous. Don't worry about it. This is just what works for me and for my business model. Oh, my chair is from Container Store, and it's a bungee cord chair, and they still sell it. I've had this like 10 or 12 years. It still feels brand new. It's a fabulous chair. Container Store. You're welcome. Thank you, Lucinda. Thank you, everybody. I will see you all next week. Don't forget, we're talking about basic beige. I have beautiful cards to share with you. They're all done. They're all ready. They're right here. Do you want a sneak peek? I should probably show you a super quick sneak peek, because, I mean, it's gorgeous. You're going to love it. I have been using the new Layers of Beauty, and I just wanted to show you, I'll just show you a very quick little sneak peek. This one isn't made into a card, but this is the card front. So using basic beige to stamp and then using the blending brushes, is that not gorgeous? I mean, it looks like I am an expert painter, and I'm not. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I'm not going to show you anymore because I'm saving them all for next Friday. There's tons of them over here. So anyway, basic beige, you're going to love it. I'm telling you. Oh, good. You all are excited. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, let's say the jury was out on basic beige. And so now that I know that I can use it for that application, I'm like, yeah, okay, now I'm on board. You might see a theme here, like wild wheat, basic beige. You can tell I love the colorful colors, right? I'm not so much into the neutral-ish colors. It's just my brain. It's just how my brain works. Thank you, Terry. Glad you liked the sneak peek. Thank you, Donna. You're all very sweet. Thank you, Nicole. And hello in Australia. Awesome. Okay. Well, again, thank you. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all next Friday. Bye.